rather not have sense of touch or taste over like if you had to lose a sense, what's the
taste?
It's gotta be smell, right?
It's smell.
It's gotta be smell.
Yeah,
No,
and you hope
taste.
that the smell thing doesn't affect your taste, and often those two
it does.
are linked, though.
It does. So I personally know there's a streamer who has no sense of smell, and very topical story. I was in, it was somebody's birthday, and they rented a house, so we were up there hanging out, and said person who has no sense of smell wakes up in the morning after a long night of drinking and stumbles over to the refrigerator and opens it up and grabs a water bottle and takes a big meaty chug, and it's vodka. It's vodka in the water bottle, and throws up everywhere. And you're like, okay, understandable. You can't smell. They also just don't care really about eating anywhere that's not just, an easy place to eat, because they don't have that, everything's kind of dull. Yeah, the taste. And I never thought about that, but with how much I love food, I don't know if in terms of like your day-to-day life, smell is the best one to lose, but I don't know if I'd want it.
I think it could be a secret benefit almost to lose taste, in that like it would really suck, because you can no longer be like, man, I could never have steak again. I could never have this snack I really enjoy. Cheez-Its forever off the table. But at the same time, it's like now there is nothing in me that says, hey, grab those chips instead of those carrots. Or broccoli.
All right, then.
Oh, you're right.
Winner,
Yeah, let me
you've
just
done this before.
blend it up.
Why don't you just go ahead and castrate yourself while you're at it? We'll get all the distractions out of life, and we can just be driven.
Chopping my nuts
and
off.
Purposeful.
I mean, that's totally different, because that's not a sense. It absolutely is.
Absolutely
Free to propose otherwise is retardation, sir.
Please, you chop Taylor's nuts off, and he'll be a Democrat. He'll join Antifa. He'll be a soy boy.
You start
I'll
getting
get a
along.
cool shield and go out there with a baton or a sock with a lock in it. I'll be so
My
hardcore.
Fridays are fun, guys.
Get your ass kicked by some guy with a beard and a plaid shirt for some reason. It's that
It says like tits and guns and beats the shit out of you. Yeah, I think taste is definitely the answer to this. Get rid of taste, because it's not like no longer being able to fuck, Kyle. That's taking something that's essential for life.
Eat ass
out.
And it's like the
Sex is not
it's the
essential for life.
nastiest
So
ass.
it's essential for procreation. You don't need it to survive.
You don't need it to survive, but you don't need tasty food to survive. I'd rather have full feeling sex than taste the rest of my life, for sure. Because you could turn the taste thing into a positive, is what I'm saying. Like the blind thing, you can overcome it, but you're not going to turn it to a positive. Deaf thing will never become a positive. Taste, you could actually become like a bodybuilder or like the most healthy.
You can just drink Soylent all day, every day, and you would be fine, because everything tastes like Soylent at that point.
Or you could be healthy. And
you get the point. You could just eat whatever you wanted, and it wouldn't matter. That's like the most.
You're neglecting the fact that like you could easily like eat something that's gone bad, or some sort of poison, or
no, I still
or
have my
something
sense of.
Also, you don't
sight.
completely lose your sense of taste, so it could go the other way, right? It
No,
could
we're
be that
talking about absolutes.
Yeah, this is magical.
Well, we were losing our smell, right? In this, so it only had a mild impact.
Taste.
In this magic world, you lose the taste, but you can still smell stuff. You lose the smell, but you can still taste stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Even though it drops it.
Where I was gonna head on that is, if you lose your smell, you might need to eat the nastiest foods to get any reaction from it. You only want potato chips because of their giant salt, whereas before maybe the intricacies of a taco would be appealing to you.
Yeah.
Or you'd like just eat cloves of garlic or like something disgusting.
Right? Yeah.
But like, would that be that bad? I mean, for the people around you, sure. But if you're just munching on cloves of garlic outside of any, I feel like that wouldn't be the worst case scenario here. Versus like if you lost touch and you get lit on fire, like you're gonna die, probably.
There are stories like there's a disorder, I don't know what it's called, but where you don't have a sense of touch, and people or a sense of pain is the way they say it, and people are always like, oh, that'd be kind of neat, you're like a superhero. It's like, no, what really happens is you bump your leg and you don't realize you hurt yourself, or the water is boiling hot, or you pick up a pan off the stove not realizing that you're third-degree burning your hands right now.
I told you guys I had that, right? I mean, I mentioned it before. My left hand. Yeah, so I had this giant tumor. I don't know if you can see the scar. It's there. Anyway, in my ulnar nerve. And what that meant was that I had no feeling, like through these two fingers and this part of my hand. And I was about 17. I was just driving. It's how it happened. Anyway, For a while. Like, I remember I burnt it. I didn't know I was burning it until I smelled it. I found a thumbtack in it one time. That kind of thing. Yeah, I was just like, oh, the fuck? Like, there's a thumbtack in here. It didn't hurt. I just found it. And over time, the nerves reconnected. Now it's still dull, but it's not like it was.
Yeah. That's interesting how the nervous system works like that. My dad had a ruptured disc in his back, and to fix it, it seemed crazy at the time, and I guess it still does because they're still doing it. They just cut the nerve that was making his leg hurt, like the nerve that like ran from his lower back down to his left leg and giving him all the pain. They were just like, well, fuck fixing that disc. If it just didn't hurt, you'd be happy, right? And he's like, well, I guess. And they're snippity snip. And so like the left side of his foot was numb for, call it 8 years, or something like that. And he was like, the left side of my foot's numb, and it's been numb for 8 years, but I don't have that debilitating, excruciating pain anymore.
Did he lose the ability to operate anything? Like, that was my big issue.
Maybe he can't wiggle his pinky toe. I don't know.
Yeah, well, when that's your pinky, it matters.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. It's definitely different for feet than hands. I was going to say, he wasn't playing pianos with his feet before, so it wasn't that big.
Pinky.
Yeah, I know. People don't know the pinky and the ring finger. That's where you carry heavy things, and this is where you do your dexterous stuff. Like, if you were to think about how you might carry a barbell or a suitcase, you'd do that with your pinky and ring finger. And